we have Ricardo Ramos versus Julian Erosa, Juicy J. Ricardo Ramos, 16-5. He is 2-3 in his last five. And he's coming off that submission loss to Charles Jourdain. He's fighting against Julian Erosa, 28-11. He is 3-2 in his last five. He's coming off of that KO loss to Fernando Padilla. He also got KO'd by Alex Caceres. So it's back-to-back KOs for Julian Erosa, both in the first round. So looking at the odds right now, we have Ramos at -152, open up at +135. So we do have a line movement flip here. The dog became the favorite in this matchup. And I think that kind of is going to, bear some weight for this matchup. This is once again, I think it's another tough fight to cap. I believe that Ramos should be the favorite in this matchup. However, I think both fighters are just hard to trust. They both are able to be finished. Erosa, should have been, I think he would have been a good dog, perhaps 1 to 2 fights ago. However, the way that he has been KO'd in the first round back to back does not give me confidence in his ability to weather Ramos's dynamic striking. I will have to side with Ramos here, as he's the fighter with more paths to victory and just has more durability than Erosa at this point. Ramos, he is a solid fighter, good combo of striking and grappling. He does like to use those flashy and dynamic strikes, spinning attacks. He has a wide range of striking attacks in his arsenal. Good BJJ capabilities, likes to use the backpack technique on the ground and take the opponent's back. I think that he can be stuck on his back himself. He's put in bad positions, so he's not, all the way there as a kind of jiu-jitsu fighter. Now, the part where he kind of impresses me is he actually has solid wrestling, and it kind of makes sense. He actually trains a team alpha male, so he has solid wrestling for being a jiu-jitsu guy, able to time his entries well. I think Erosa, well-rounded, solid veteran. He just has had too many durability issues for me. I mean, he has nice striking, though, uses his range. He's able to attack from different angles, mostly due to keeping his hands low. And I think that this is where keeping his hands low is more of a detriment for him, because keeping his hands low keeps him being hittable, right? And he can get KO'd at any point. So he's already been KO'd at 6 times in the UFC, and most of them have been pretty early. Aside from that, though, he's a solid grappler. I feel like if he does not get KO'd quick, he can be a really tough out, because he has a lot of heart and a good gas tank. If you just look at his, he does pull out some decision wins and grind it out wins, right? He has some impressive wins on his resume. But once again, look at his last 3 losses via KO have all been in the first round. He got head kick KO'd once in the 3rd round even. I mean, he's been KO'd a lot. So I'm just not sure if you can trust Julian Erosa even as an underdog play here. I think that I'm going to side with Ramos once again. Inside the distance, I think is a potential solid play. However, that last loss that Ramos had just has me not trusting him 100% yet. So I'm probably going to stay away, just because I was on the Ramos side against Charles Jourdain, and the way that he lost that fight was also pretty concerning. And I do feel like Julian Erosa has fought the better level of competition if you just look at over his resume. So this could be a potential step up for Ramos, and Erosa a potential step down. Just has all the makings of a stay away fight for me, and I'm probably just gonna hold off on it until I get some more footage and kind of evidence that I can trust either of these guys in a matchup.